Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, you've met this incredible woman and things are going great, but she has kids, and you don't. Now, this might seem like a lot to handle at first, but I've got you covered. Today, we're going to talk about the top 7 things you need to know when dating a woman who has kids and you don't. Plus, I'll share some personal stories and experiences to help you navigate this new territory like a pro. Let's start with something important, and that's to respect her time and priorities. Her kids are her number one responsibility and always will be. This means that sometimes plans will change. She might have to cancel on you because her kid is sick or a soccer game runs late. It will happen, and it's on you to be flexible. I remember this one time I was really looking forward to a dinner date with a beautiful woman named Sarah. We had planned it for a while, but 30 minutes before I was supposed to pick her up, she called me and said that her daughter was running a fever. Honestly, I was a little disappointed, but then I thought about it. Her kids are her world. So instead of getting frustrated, I told her we could reschedule whenever worked for her. She thanked me, and I could hear the relief in her voice. It ended up making our next date even better because she didn't have to feel guilty about her daughter being left back at home. Here's a big one. Don't try to be a parent right away. Seriously, take your time when it comes to her kids. You're not their dad, and you don't need to act like it. Building that relationship will take time, and it has to happen naturally. One time, I was so excited to meet Sarah's son, Jake, and thought I'd make a great first impression by being the cool guy. So I brought him a video game he'd mentioned liking, but when I showed up, he was completely uninterested. I thought, was I overdoing it? Had I tried too hard by asking him too many questions about the game and pushing to play? He just clammed up. I could feel Sarah getting uncomfortable, and I realized later that what Jake really needed was space and time to get to know me on his terms, not me trying to force a bond. Patience, my friend, is key. Sometimes you'll need to wait for her to finish mom duties before you can get some alone time. That might mean waiting or stepping up for bedtime routines or to help with homework. There was one evening when Sarah and I had planned to watch a movie at her place after she put the kids to bed. I got there, but the bedtime routine was taking longer than expected. Her youngest wanted one more story, and then another. What was supposed to be a quick tuck-in turned into almost an hour. I could see she was getting stressed, feeling bad for keeping me waiting. So instead of sitting there annoyed, I offered to help wash the dishes while she finished up. Not only did it make her life a bit easier, but she told me later that she really appreciated my understanding. Plus, when the kids finally went to sleep, we got to enjoy the movie without a rush. Good communication is crucial in any relationship, but it's even more important when kids are involved. You need to be open about how you're feeling, ask questions about her parenting, and talk about how you see your role evolving. When Sarah and I first started getting serious, I wasn't sure how to bring up the topic of her kids or what role she wanted me to play in their lives. I thought if I just went with the flow, it would sort itself out. Big mistake. One day, Sarah mentioned that she felt like I wasn't interested enough in getting to know her kids. I was caught off guard because I thought I was doing okay by giving them space. But it turned out she wanted me to be more involved, to ask questions and take more initiative. After that conversation, we started having more open talks about how we saw our relationship progressing, and it made a huge difference in how comfortable we both felt. Her ex is likely still in the picture because they're co-parenting, so it's normal for them to talk regularly. Don't get jealous. Their relationship is now all about their kids, and you need to trust her. I'll be honest, this one wasn't easy for me at first. Sarah and her ex had to communicate regularly about their kids, and sometimes they'd text late at night if something came up with the kids. One evening, she got a message from him about changing their son's weekend plans, and for a second, I felt that twinge of jealousy. I caught myself thinking, why does he still get so much of her attention? But then I reminded myself, this is about their kids, not about them. The more I let go of that jealousy, the easier it was to just focus on us and not worry about their co-parenting dynamic. Sarah appreciated that I didn't make a big deal out of it, and it made our relationship stronger. Don't rush meeting the kids. Let her decide when the time is right. It's a big step for her, and she needs to be sure you're serious before bringing you into their lives. I remember after a few months of dating, I was really eager to meet Sarah's kids. I thought it would show I was serious about the relationship. So I asked her if I could meet them, but I didn't realize she wasn't ready for that step yet. She told me she needed more time to feel sure that this relationship was something long-term before introducing me to her kids. I realized then that meeting the kids wasn't about me feeling ready. It was about her knowing when the time was right for them. When we finally did meet, it was on her terms, and everything felt much smoother because of it. Finally, if you're serious about her, be ready for the long haul. Dating someone with kids isn't just a fling. It's a package deal, so make sure you're prepared for the commitment that comes with it. I had a friend who started dating a single mom, and he thought it would be like any other relationship. But he quickly realized that dating a mom means you're not just dating her, you're dating her life, her routine, and her kids. You can't just be in it for the short term. I learned that if I wanted to be with Sarah, I had to be in it for the long haul, knowing that her kids were part of that journey. It's not always easy, but it's worth it if you're ready to commit to the whole package. So there you have it. Dating a woman with kids can be an amazing experience, but it requires understanding, patience, and commitment. Just remember, it's not just about you and her. It's about her whole family. If you're ready for that, you're in for something truly special. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever dated someone with kids? How did it go? I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, take care.